Hi, I am Emmanuel, the fifth prophet in the incarnation line from Enoch to Billy. I was the same prophet who nearly 2,000 years ago, under Ischwisch Kala taan, I attempted to spread the spiritual teachings in Israel. I met with Billy and Asket personally when they traveled back from Billy's time in 1956. The following is a statement I made to Billy Eduard Albert Meier, which can be found in Asket's explainations. Your nature and your thoughts are familiar to me, and so I want to answer your questions before you have to voice them. My teaching, which I spread in these lands, is not new, and it is well known to the scribes. But they falsify the old teaching of the prophets which was handed down to them and is very learned. But they disdain and falsify it and interpret it to their own advantage. Therefore they accuse me of lying because I preach against their lies. From the old teaching of the laws of creation and the spirit, they have set up erroneous cults which take freedom of consciousness from the human and drive him into servitude, whereby they can enrich themselves with his possessions. From the spiritual teaching they have made a false teaching, and they have abased creation to a human entity which they call God. But God is a ruler over humankinds and over worlds, and he can never be put on a level with creation, because its being is the highest, and outside of it truly nothing exists. But the scribes and the Pharisees dispute these teachings of the Spirit, and they blaspheme me by calling me a liar because I announce the truth. The truth, however, is at all times unpopular, and it is also so at this time. Truly, I say to you, if a human such as I speaks of the truth, announces it and spreads it, he will thus be persecuted and hated because of it, in my time as in yours. I will therefore be persecuted and will not escape the myrmidons because life has determined it for me thus. But you will also be persecuted in that way because also you will, in your future world, have a mission to fulfill, as do I. My coming days are very difficult, and I feel bitterness and hurt in me because I know the events which approach me. Yet I will not escape from them because this is determined this way. The human of this world has succumbed to very great need and confusion driven in by the false teachings of the scribes and Pharisees and all those who stroll along in their footsteps. Truly, I say to you, this will lead to very much need and misery on this world. Today, on the chairs of the prophets sit the scribes and the Pharisees, and everything they preach to the people is barefaced lies and deception. They are hypocrites and twisters of the truth. Inside themselves they are more evil than every nest of snakes or vipers, and they claim to be great in their thinking and knowledge, yet they possess no understanding. They murder in the name of love and justice, and thereby actually intend to serve only their own greed for wealth and power. They have transformed the teaching of the Spirit and the laws and recommendations of creation into a very evil cult and frighten the humans with death, with the vengeance of their bloodthirsty God, and with sword-bearing angels. They teach the humans to be afraid of the splendor and allness of creation because they deny its existence and replace it with their God and their saints. Truly, so is it, and the coming times will be very bad. There will be wailing and the gnashing of teeth in the world, and the blood of uncountable, innocently sacrificed and murdered ones will deeply saturate the dry earth. Woe to this world and these humans. Their lot will be very hard right into the distant future. Truly, so will it be. One still sees in me only the human born of earth, and that I am a revolutionary and fight against untruth, but that badly interprets me. But I know the truth and possess the wisdom of knowledge, the powers of the spirit and of thinking and the will to fulfill my mission. All the hate against me will not keep me from my path. The truth is more important than the transient pain of the body. This can be tortured and destroyed, but the truth and the spirit can never be killed. This truth is not yet known at this time, but this will change in the future. Truly, out of my true humanity, a cult will be set up, which will bring with it very bad and deadly consequences. Seen in me, however, is still only the human, which I truly also am, but soon a form of malevolence will be made out of me, and I will be equated with creation. Truly, I know these events of the future, and indeed I cannot change them, not even if I rebel against them. I was born a human, I live as such, and as such fulfill my appointed mission. But also as a human I will suffer the fate of corporal death in 83 years. By then my body will be very old, yet my spirit and thinking will remain undiminished. The coming event, which is chosen for me as a martyr, will also change nothing in regard to that. The event contains only bodily pains, but they will be lost on the wind through the power of the Spirit and my thinking and knowledge as well as my wisdom and love.